Lee Marvin was born on February 19, 1924, in New York City, into a family steeped in military tradition. His father was a World War I veteran, and his brother would also serve. Growing up with a deep sense of discipline and duty, Marvin developed the tough, no-nonsense persona that would become his signature on screen. However, his early life wasn't without challenges. He attended schools in Florida and New Jersey, but his rebellious streak often got him into trouble. The strict academic environment didn't sit well with him, and his restless nature made him a difficult student. As a young man, it was clear that Marvin had an intensity and rawness that would later fuel his powerful performances in film. He would later draw on this rebellious energy to portray characters who embodied the same gruffness he exhibited in real life. World War II. Marvin's service and the battle scars. Marvin's life took a dramatic turn during World War II when he enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps at 18. He was sent to the Pacific Theater, where he saw brutal combat during the Battle of Saipan in 1944. He was severely wounded in the buttocks and sciatic nerve by machine gun fire, leading to over a year of recovery in a naval hospital. These wartime experiences shaped Marvin's worldview, leaving him with both physical and emotional scars. The realities of war gave him a sense of authenticity when portraying soldiers and tough characters on screen. Unlike many actors who merely played war heroes, Marvin had lived through the horrors of combat, lending his performances a unique depth and realism. His time in the military not only altered his life, but also his acting career, which would take off in the years that followed. Living on his own terms, Marvin's independent spirit. Marvin's career soared, but he was known for his independent spirit, which set him apart from many of his Hollywood peers. He despised the trappings of fame and celebrity, often retreating to his homes in Tucson, Arizona, or Baja California, Mexico, to escape the spotlight. Marvin preferred a simpler life, enjoying fishing, boating, and outdoor living. He didn't buy into the Hollywood lifestyle and often found it frustrating to navigate the industry's expectations. Marvin's rebellious streak wasn't just confined to his career. He was also candid about his personal struggles. His battle with alcohol was well known and often affected his relationships and work. Despite these challenges, Marvin's ability to remain authentic to himself and his craft earned him respect from peers and audiences alike. Iconic films from war to anti-hero roles. Lee Marvin's career was marked by a series of iconic roles that showcased his versatility. In The Dirty Dozen, 1967, he portrayed Major John Reisman, a tough leader tasked with sending a group of convicts on a dangerous mission. The film became one of the biggest box office hits of the 1960s, and Marvin's performance as a tough, no-nonsense leader resonated with audiences. The 1960s and 1970s saw Marvin take on a variety of roles, each showcasing his strength and ability to bring depth to the toughest characters. He starred in Paint Your Wagon, 1969, surprising audiences by singing in the film, though his off-key performance was part of his rough-edged charm. Later films like Emperor of the North, 1973, and Avalanche Express, 1979, further solidified Marvin's reputation as one of Hollywood's toughest and most respected actors. Personal struggles and family life. The complexities behind the scenes. Marvin's personal life was as complex as his film career. He married Betty Ebling in 1952 at the height of his early Hollywood success. The couple had 4 children together, but the pressures of Marvin's demanding career, coupled with his struggles with alcohol, placed a strain on their marriage. After a 2-year separation, Marvin and Betty divorced in 1967. The divorce was painful, not just for the couple, but for their children, who had grown up in the public eye. Later, Betty released a memoir, Tales of a Hollywood Housewife, offering an intimate look at the ups and downs of their marriage. She revealed Marvin's infidelities, including an affair with actress Anne Bancroft, which added complexity to Marvin's public image. Despite these challenges, Marvin maintained a strong bond with his children, and his legacy as both a father and a star endured. Romantic relationships, the legal drama, and later stability following his divorce from Betty, Marvin's romantic life continued to make headlines. One of the most famous relationships in his later years was with Michelle Triola, which led to a palimony lawsuit in the 1970s. The case made national headlines and helped redefine the legal landscape around cohabitation rights in the United States. Their breakup, however, was not the end of Marvin's search for love. He reconnected with Pamela Feely, his childhood sweetheart, and the two married in 1970. This second marriage brought Marvin a measure of peace and stability, a comfort he had been searching for in his tumultuous, romantic life. Pamela stayed by Marvin's side through his later career, and she supported him during his declining health in the 1980s. She later published a memoir, Lee, a Romance, which painted a more intimate picture of Marvin, showing a side of him that was more vulnerable and affectionate than his public persona suggested. Lee Marvin's toughest critic, the 7 actors he didn't like. Lee Marvin was known for his blunt personality, and he didn't hold back when it came to sharing his opinions about fellow actors. In fact, he famously listed 7 actors he couldn't stand. The first on his list was John Wayne. Although they both became famous for war films and westerns, Marvin disliked Wayne's carefully cultivated image as a war hero, particularly because Wayne had never actually served in the military. Marvin felt Wayne couldn't understand the real meaning of war. He also disliked Wayne's conservative political views, which added to the tension between them. Another actor Marvin had a problem with was Charles Bronson. Marvin thought Bronson lacked range and was too self-absorbed. Their working relationship was strained due to Bronson's reclusive nature, which Marvin found difficult to deal with. Hollywood rivalries, Lee Marvin versus Robert Mitchum and Telly Savalas. Marvin's dislike for certain actors extended beyond Bronson. He also had a long-standing rivalry with Robert Mitchum. Marvin accused Mitchum of being lazy and unprepared for his roles, and the two often clashed on set. Mitchum, in turn, mocked Marvin's intensity, which only fueled the animosity between them. Telly Savalas, another actor on Marvin's list, was criticized for being more concerned with his public image than the craft of acting. Marvin found Savalas to be self-promoting and difficult to work with, particularly on The Dirty Dozen. Their rivalry was so intense that the crew often had to keep them apart between takes. Marvin also had issues with Yul Brynner, whom he criticized for being too focused on his appearance and demanding special camera angles to enhance his looks. Marvin once joked that Brynner didn't act. He just waited for the light to hit him. A lasting legacy. The man behind the tough persona. Lee Marvin's career and personal life were marked by his unwavering honesty and uncompromising nature. He didn't mince words about the things he disliked, whether it was actors he couldn't stand or the pressures of Hollywood life. Despite his tough guy image on screen, Marvin was a complex individual shaped by his wartime experiences and personal struggles. His legacy as an actor is cemented by his commanding performances in films like The Dirty Dozen and Point Blank. But his personal story, filled with both triumphs and struggles, reveals the man behind the tough exterior. Marvin passed away on August 29, 1987, but his contributions to Hollywood and his unique, no-nonsense persona continue to resonate with fans and filmmakers alike.